Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It's a masterclass. So do you know what we're going to do? We're going to knock it down a gear, and we're going to, that was me knocking it down a gear in my car. That's up a gear though, so really, there you go, down a gear. And we're going to share with you loads of awesome inspiration and education for something that recently launched. I know a lot of you already got your hands on. You're going to want to make sure you're sharing this video, saving this video, bookmarking it, wherever you are across on Facebook or YouTube. I would love to see some of your mates as we go through the show as well. But I'm not here on my own. There was almost a fashion faux pas this morning, wasn't there, Craig? I almost wore the same shirt. Craig's with me. How are you, Craig?
I'm doing good, thank you, Joe. It's so good to actually be back doing a show with you, because it's been, what, maybe about 5 days or so?
It's been a while.
Like that?
Well, considering we see each other, I mean, I see you more than I see anyone, Craig. You know, any of my other friends, any of my family. I mean, so it's odd to not see you for a few days.
I know, that's exactly it. I know it might only, some people be like, oh, it's only 5 days, but considering we're usually together, you know, doing these shows, you know, every couple of days or so. But yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is my first chance to have a proper play with our brand new pop-out numbers that are just not that long launched. I think it was last week, actually. So yeah, so I've got some, hopefully, got some different ideas for you, a few different ways that you can take them and get creative with them. Yeah,
absolutely. They are awesome. What I love about these, Craig, is they've been crying out for a masterclass, really, haven't they? Considering how many different things you can do with them. Concept-wise, they are literally off the chart. This is what you're getting. So what you're getting is you're getting the whole die set, and you've got all the numbers. So obviously all the way through 0, all the way through to 9 as well. And what they do is they give you this really dimensional element. Whether you want to put them on the inside of your cards, on the outside of your cards, absolutely you can. Let me share with you exactly what you're getting though, because not only are you getting the numbers in there, you're also getting the stamps in here, which are the sentiments. Now you've got 30 really usable sentiments in there, and you've got the border dies down there too, and they're stamps and dies. They're going to help you create embellishing elements, things like bunting as well. And then 2 new paper pads for you. Well, you've seen these before, these paper pads, but only in an 8x8 size. We've upped the game, and we have put them into a 12x12 now. So you've got in there the brights, which are those lovely primaries, and you've got those more muted pastels as well. 36 sheets of those. There are 230 GSM. They are absolutely awesome. There's lots of different ideas of what you can do with these. I've just got a selection of them here. You can see they look absolutely awesome. Whether it is your card concepts, whether you're putting these on the inside, putting them on the outside. It's been very busy for them since they launched. I know they were on Second Chance Sunday. They were very busy there again yesterday. If you have got these home, because I know a few of you certainly here in the UK may have got them home, and in fact some of you in the US that got these on HSM will probably have had these delivered by now. If you've made anything with them, I'd love to see what you've made. Pop your email or pictures into an email and send them to me, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk, and we'll share them with you. If you want to drop into the comments and have a little bit of a chinwag with me, let me know how your weekend's been, maybe you got some piping hot gossip for me, then you get in touch in all the usual ways. Slide into the DMs, go over to Facebook and pop yourself to Crafters TV, drop me a little message there in the comments, and also you can pop yourself across to Crafters Companion on YouTube and message me there. One of our social media superstars will pick up those messages. Loads of you chatting away already, but I think we're just gonna get straight into it, aren't we, Craig? Because I know, Craig, you've got a lot to share with us across the next couple of hours. Do you want to sort of, you know, wet our whistle? You know, give us a little bit of a sneaky peek of the sort of things that we're going to learn over the next 2 hours?
Okay, so we're going to start very basic with the first one. Now, I gave you a bit of a tease earlier on in Wake Up Call with Craig, where I initially started the concept of this first one, but we're going to do it again properly and show you how we can create a first birthday card. We're going to do, what else are we going to do? We're going to do an 18th, but for a boy. We're going to do a 78th. When can you go into a shop and buy a 78th birthday card? Very, very hard. Near enough impossible. We're going to show you that, and then even then, we will definitely get to the point where we make 101 birthday cards. That's 101 because you can. That's not 101 birthday cards. That's going to take a long time. But what we can do is let's get started with this one here. And we are going to take, now this is just a card blank that I've just made using that paper pad that you also get if you go with the big bundle. So in case you're wondering, it is a 4 1/4 by 6 card blank. Now what I've also done is I've taken another piece, this is just our white smooth stamping card, and it's the same, I think it's about It's a 1/4 inch smaller, so it is 4 inches by 5 3/4. And what I've done is I've done a pencil line, and it's really, really important to do a pencil line, Joe, and I'll explain that just shortly as to why. But for this one, I'm going to bring in my numbers, and because I'm going to use or make a first birthday card, I just need the 1. And when it comes to the numbers, what you've got, for instance, in this number 1, we've got the outline of the die. We've got a couple of lines here. They're very, very faint, but these are actually embossed lines. So they don't actually die cut, but they give you the embossed detail. And then if we look down at the bottom of this number 1, there's 2 little notches side by side where my finger is. So I'm going to pop that there. There we go. Now, can we see just here and there? There's 2 little notches there. Now, You're going to get those 2 notches on any of the numbers that you use. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop this number 1. Now, wherever you want to place that, however style that you're making your card, you're going to then just adjust it and pop it wherever you want. For this one, I'm going to pop it towards the left-hand side, and I'm making sure that those 2 little notches, they're just running in parallel with my pencil line. And then what I need to do, Joe, is I need to take my low-tack tape and I'm going to run this one through my Gemini just like I would any other of my dies at home, because it's still a wafer thin die, and it's going to go through and die cut just perfectly.
Absolutely awesome. It is getting really busy. I should let you know as well that there's lots of different ways to get hold of it. If you want to just get the numbers on their own, you can. If you do want to get the numbers, the stamps and dies on their own, absolutely you can get them. Do you want the paper pads on their own? You can get those on their own too. I'll run through all the different options as we go through the show, but there are loads of different ways for you to get hold of it. Whatever your price point is, whatever you fancy, you will be able to get hold of them. I would love to know if you've got any questions about these dies. I think they are one of those collections, Craig, that we talk about. The more you use them, the more ideas you come up with using them. You know, creativity breeds creativity with these. And I think this masterclass will give rise to lots of questions. So get those questions across to me, as lots of you are already as well. And also, because we're truly interactive here at Crafters TV, if you've got any requests, anything you'd like to see Craig do in the show, Craig is the king of crafting on the hoof, so I'm sure he will accommodate any requests that you've got into his demos where he possibly can as well. So let me know.
Thank you for that, Joe.
Oh, you're welcome, Craig.
I appreciate that very, very much. I think there's a compliment in that there somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I could have said he's really good at winging it, but that wasn't what I said. You know, yeah. He's very well prepped, but if you do throw him a curveball, he's always very accepting of them. That's what I'm saying.
I do try, you know, I try.
You do try, and you are trying sometimes as well. Both of those true.
Yeah. That's
not true. Never trying, Craig. Well. Never trying. Lots of people saying they're very happy to see us back together, Craig, which is awesome. Monica says, "Yippee! It's Joe and Craig together again." Absolutely. You know, the TV power couple of Crafters TV. So I've got my on-air wife now, Debbie Fisher. We are sort of let's call ourselves the power duo, Craig. I think of Crafters TV. I think we can get a power pals. Yes, Georgina. That's why Georgina's paid the big money, you see. But yeah, absolutely. We do have lots of fun. Power pals does sound very close to Powder Puff Girls, though, which is something completely different.
It does. It really, really does. Need to think of a name, another name as to what we could come up with. But yeah, it's good actually as well having Georgina back as well. It's been a wee while. It's good to have her back. Been a wee while. Georgina and George, 2 J's.
George squared.
George
squared.
George squared.
Yeah. As in like 2 of them, squared.
Oh, got ya. I think you meant that it was like maybe like his second name was squared, and I was like, what's that?
No.
George squared. What's that? Oh.
Be a great second name, wouldn't it?
That would be good, wouldn't it? Now look at this, Joe. So what I've done a moment ago is it come out flat, and then what I've done is I've using my scoreboard, I've scored along my pencil line just up to the letter 1, or number 1, and also along this line here. I didn't score on this part of the number 1, and then by folding that one over, and because you've got your crease lines also within the number, what I've just done is I've just manipulated that just slowly, just so that we can get that so it's all folded nicely into place. And now this is why I said to put a pencil line first. If we had done a score line to start with, we would have been left with that score line all the way along the bottom of the number, which we don't want. So by doing a pencil line, what we can do is you will no doubt have a better eraser at home where you can just rub these ones out. But then what we can do is then this initially gives you that concept of the pop out. And now what I've also done as well, and I have just done this bit separately, I've also taken the number 1 and I've used...
That cardstock, Craig.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous, isn't it?
Really lovely.
So it goes to show you can absolutely die cut the glitter card, but then what you can also do is, although this is a pop-out element, you can then just die cut it out, and where you've got the embossed lines, just come along with your scissors and just trim it, and then this means we can then mat and layer this over the top, which is just giving it that little bit extra focal point to the number.
Awesome. Craig, will your demonstrations today be including how to use these on the outside of cards as well as the inside of cards?
All mine are on the inside of our cards.
Okay. Well, Trisha's asked if you could just talk her through or give us some idea about how she might use them on the outside. Do you know what? I think I've got a few samples over here that have got them on the outside. So I will have a look, Trisha, and show you those as we go through the show. Oh yeah, I've got some here. Don't you worry. I'll find them for you.
Did you get some over there? Did you?
Yeah, I've got some.
You have got some. That's fine then. Perfect. We'll be able to show them. All that I'm doing now is I'm popping my tape. You can use your tape runner, but what I want to do is I just want to ensure I get a really strong bond straight away. So what I'm doing is I am just using my double-sided tape for this one. And all that I'm doing now is if I bring in my poke tool, so if I take these off, and now remembering what I've already done beforehand, is I've created my own card blank using that texture card. So let's take these bits off. And what I've also done as well, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I've popped my tape all around the surrounding area. I've not popped any in where the number is, because we don't want that to stick down. So now what I can do is now, don't press too hard, because then what I've done is I've stuck to my glass mat.
Are you wearing tartan because it's Burns Day today, Craig? Burns night tonight.
Well done, yeah.
Is that why you're wearing tartan?
Yeah.
Am I the first person that clocked that, or have you talked about it?
No, you're probably the only one that never clocked it.
Okay. It's Burns Day. It's always my mum's birthday as well. So happy birthday! I need to wish I'm going to wish my mum a happy birthday in every show today, Craig, because I can't be with her unfortunately. But it's her 60th birthday today. So massive congratulations to my mum Karen. Happy birthday, mum.
Happy birthday.
She'll probably be drunk by now.
She takes after her son, probably.
Absolutely.
So you can see now this is where we've got that pop out. So if we open that one up and it pops out, so you've got the number 1. So then what I'm going to do is let's go over our tape runner now. Let's get this one going. And then what we can start to do, Joe, is if you're going for that big set, what you've got is you've got all of these stamping dies that you can then get creative with. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to decorate it and theme it for a first birthday. So we can put that glitter card on, and then you can see how it's coming together nicely. And then what I'm going to do is let's bring in a piece of our Nina. Let's just see if I can get this bit. Joe, could you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Could you show a couple of those samples and I'll get this bit of tape
Absolutely.
off? Otherwise, everything's just going to stick to it.
No worries. Why don't I show, who was it I was asking? Trisha, about using them on the outside of cards. So, look what's happened here, Trisha. So this is using it on the outside of a card. So you can either use it like this, so you've got it going through, so you can see you've got that a bit, but on from the side then what you've got is a little bit of an aperture from the side. What someone's done is put a little easel on the back as well to help that stand up too, which is awesome. So you can either do it like that, or what you could do is you could do this bit here, and then you could actually stick that to a card blank maybe. You could either do it that way or that way, so you can actually stick a card blank on the back of it. So use that like a whole topper. So you've got that one there. This one's cool as well. So it's a stepper, but it's like a supported stepper, because when that's flattened out, a little, what you'll see is that actually stands up on its own, which I think is really awesome. So sort of put a little bit of a box panel on the bottom there to help that stand up. That one, so these are all very, very good actually. Louise Dunbar made the pink one there. This one here is by Sandy Brooks, done that one. It does look like a stage, doesn't it? It's really awesome. Imagine filming that with some little like theatre lights or some footlights along the front there, would be really awesome. And this one's lovely as well. It doesn't say who did this one. This must have been made, this obviously must have been made in a show, this one. But that one again there, using it as a topper. Now either you can have it so it is formed, so you're cutting it into the card blank and then probably adding an extra panel there, yeah. Or what you can do is then stick it onto there as a card blank. Do you know what, Craig? I actually, for a moment there, thought I sounded like I knew what I was on about then. I thought, do you know what? I've actually worked out how that's gone together. I was really pleased with myself. It's 2 days, I think, do you know why, Craig? It's because it's 2 days away from my first ever day here at Crafter's Companion, you know. Wednesday was my first day. Not first day on air, but first actually official day working here was this coming Wednesday. Maybe that's why I feel like I know what I'm on about now. Been here nearly a year.
Oh, you do know what you're talking about.
I know.
Yeah.
Thanks to that.
Don't put yourself down. You know a lot. You know a lot.
Thanks.
Bet you'd surprise yourself. Bet you.
You do though, don't you? Sometimes you do something for so long and you don't realise that you know how things are.
Exactly.
Because I just watch all of you guys do it and, you know, get all the inspiration. And then when you actually do come to it, you do realise that actually you do know all this stuff. So, and the great thing is about shopping with us here at Crafters TV, we all learn and go on a journey together and you can watch all of it back at any single point. Any of the shows, any single show that I've presented over the last year, anyone's presented since Crafters TV started in August 2019, you can go and watch them all back on our website. I would love to know, I said I was going to ask Liam, Craig, actually I'm going to ask him today if he's in, how long it would take you to watch all of the shows that are on the website. If you watch them like continuously, binged all of them, how many weeks or months do you think it would be to go through them all? It must be months and months.
That would be interesting actually, wouldn't it? Actually, how long it would take back to back.
So we were live. I'm gonna try and do a bit of rough maths, you know, and work it out, Craig.
Yeah, do that and see.
Right.
It would be interesting, wouldn't it? It would be really interesting to see how long it would actually take. While you do that, what I've done is I've taken some of these builder borders. So with these ones, you get to decorate all your pop-out cards. So you've got the dies and you've got the stamp to coordinate. So you've got your border, so you've got some of your dots, your heart, your stars, you've got your bunting, but even you've got some presents as well as your candles, hearts and balloons. Now what I've done is I've already got a load of these already done, but what I've done here, just so that we can show you, is I've taken a few of these already, die cut them, and then what we can do is we can go back to that set and bring out a few of these stamps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp over the top. So I'm just going to do one of them. So if we pop that to the side, let's do this one here and pop them to the side. What I can do is if I bring in the stamp set, and I am going to use some of our tri-blends to colour. So what I can do is use my alcohol proof, and I'm going to bring this back in. Now if you want to stamp first and then die cut, you can do, but I do like to do my die cutting first.
Lots of our customers asking about Burns Night and what it's all about, Craig, in the comments. And Katie here had a comment. But what, for anyone that's a newbie to all things Burns Night, do you burn things? Is that what it's all about?
No, certainly don't burn things. Not like bonfire night. What we've got is Robert Burns, very, very famous Scottish poet. He wrote the song Auld Lang Syne.
Did he?
So you know what
I didn't know that.
where you go, should all acquaintance be, and then you get faster and faster and faster. To be fair, you're drunk by that point, but you know.
You are.
Just,
I mean,
you know,
you never know the lyrics.
You
It's
would know,
basically
yeah.
just doing the old sidey handshake, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And it's celebrated as well. It's just kind of having a nice nod, acknowledging what he's done with poetry in Scotland. So that's why we celebrate each year. So what we do is we have haggis, neeps and tatties.
Oh, it's delicious, Craig.
It's nice.
In a restaurant that I used to work at when I worked as a chef, we used to have a annual Burns Night celebration, and we used to have a piper as well, Craig, to come and pipe the haggis.
Yeah.
And he would play his bagpipes outside the restaurant as people arrive. Maybe I'll read later the address to the haggis, Craig.
You should
people
do.
Want to. I'll do my best. It's very, very oldie Scottish English, but we'll have a go at it in the second hour, eh?
And very, very long as well at times.
We'll just do the first 4 lines.
Yeah. And Georgina, that was Cranachan you were trying to say there.
What was she trying to say?
She was trying to say Cranachan.
Cranachan, which is
Cranachan.
different. Have you seen the guy on TikTok that's blown up, Craig? And he's doing the old Scottish sea, I don't know what they're called. They're like the old Scottish sea songs. Have you seen it, Craig?
No.
He's doing old Scottish sea shanties, and they're old traditional songs, and he's just...
Careful.
Old traditional sea shanties, and he's like, basically it's just him and a drum, and he bangs and sings these old Scottish songs, and it's really awesome. It's got millions and millions of views on TikTok and on Instagram as well. It's really interesting. He was actually on BBC. He was on BBC Breakfast a couple of weeks ago talking about it. But it's lovely. I love all of that. You know, heritage and things that we do, and you know, things that are very local. Either talking about parts of the country, or or individual countries like Scotland, and things that are certain areas. If you've got traditions as well that are really interesting in your areas, let us know in the comments. I would love to know some of the things that make your country or area really special. Do let us know, and we'll share some of those.
It would be good to know. It would be good to know what you like to celebrate, whether it's just obviously maybe in your area, or maybe your country, or your surrounded area. That would be good to know. Be interesting too. But yeah, that's who Robert Burns is. So we tend to say Happy Burns Night. We don't usually celebrate it throughout the day. It's just at night time, and we'll have our evening meal. When we'll have the haggis and 9 times out of 10.
Do you have a wee dram?
Have a wee dram. Have a wee whiskey.
And that means a little drink of whiskey. Yeah, wee dram. Awesome.
I don't think anyone just has a wee one though that drinks whiskey.
Oh no.
Not at all. Not at all. Just one drink to another. Eh? So what I've done now is, on this one here, I just start to colour this one in. Now I would keep going, and you can see how I've got all of these already coloured. But with them ones, still using what was from that border set. And then what I also done is I used a few of these ones that come on this set as well. So this is your everyday sentiments. So this is where you've got happy, you've got party, you've got years young, anniversary, and you've got, for instance, you've got happy, but you've got it a couple of times in a few different fonts, as well as all your ordinals as well. So this is where I've got birthday and first from. So what I can do now is simply by layering it up and still using my patterned, my textured paper, Joe. And what I've also done is even created my own border using, now here we go. So not just for stamps, but I've even created my border on the edge of my cardstock using the dies that come included as well. So see where else that you can be using them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to layer this one up, and then this is going to be a really nice, cute first birthday card for a little girl, or it could be their second birthday if you want to, and just have a wee bit of play. But what I've also done is, before I completely stuck down this number 1, Joe, what I've done is, using that border die set, I've taken the 2 balloon dies and I've just cut them into a glitter card, pop them onto a tiny bit of acetate, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shorten them slightly by snipping them away. And what we can do, just add a wee bit more detail and focal to your card, popping the acetate behind there. Same with this one. Let's just snip a little bit off. And it gives it that wee bit more interest too. You've got your free-flowing, what seems to be free-flowing balloons. It's because they're being stuck with the acetate. How cute does that look?
Really adorable.
Really cute.
It does look super cute. Lots of people tuning in and saying hello this morning, Craig. Mary Noel is in from Wisconsin. Hi, Mary. Janice is saying hi from WV. I wonder where WV is, Craig. West Virginia. Yeah. Thank you, Georgina. PJ says, morning from Minnesota. Monica says, hi, Joe and Craig. Lynn saying, good afternoon, Joe, Craig, the CTV team and everyone. Lillian Rivera. I wonder if she's related to Cheetah Rivera very, very famous Broadway actress, Chita Rivera. Lillian, any relationship? Do let me know. Lillian is watching us from Chicago, the Windy City, which is awesome. Randy saying, morning, Susan's in as well. Wayne's here, I can see PJ, Michelle, Sandra, loads of you, Jeffrey as well. Chrissy Middleton saying she made her first card with this set on Friday for her granddaughter's birthday. I'd love to see a picture of it, Chrissy, if you've got one. Pop it to us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Michelle says, can't wait to get my number dies. Should be this week. When will we have another masterclass on it? Well, actually, on that note, I do need to let everyone know that on the 19th of February, there is going to be a craft along with Leanne. And would you like to take part in it? We're looking for guests to take part in it. So if you would like to come on the show, we would love you to. Email us, again, the same studio email address at crafterscompanion.co.uk. Put craft along in the title. Send us pictures we can share on the craft along. And also let us know if you'd like to come on and be a guest and join Leanne live in the studio for that craft along as well. So yes, that's all exciting stuff.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good.
I'm just about to see if I'm here, Craig. I'm not sure if I'm here on the 19th. Oh, I am here.
Are you?
Oh yeah, it's my and it's a fake Friday as well. It's going to be a good day.
I think Leanne should get you a set as well, and you should be crafting along too.
Oh, do you know what, Craig? I'd be up for that.
Would you be up for that?
Shall I ask Leanne? Well, do you know what? Sarah was actually meant to be doing the craft along, and Leanne got wind of it, and she wasn't having it. She's like, you've done the launch. I'm not having it. You know, Craig's got to do the masterclass. We're going to do a craft along, so I can't. You know, I need to. I want in, basically, is what she said. If you order today, I would imagine absolutely you'll get these in time before that craft along, so you'll be able to come and craft along. Maybe I will craft along with Leanne.
I think you should. Okay. And I have it under good authority. That's exactly what Leanne said to Sarah about it.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Ooh.
she was saying that she was doing it.
Yeah, she's normally Sarah that's pulling rank, but Leanne's pulling a bit of rank as well. There you go.
Yeah, that was Leanne this time. She's having a play with them. Now here we go. We've got the front of our card blanket. You can see there that says happy. Folds flat, pops it into an envelope, maybe a couple of millimeters in thickness. But as you open it up, you've got happy on the front, and you've got first birthday. You've got the number 1 that pops out that you can see here. We've used some of the stamping dies, coloured them in, kept it very pink and purple for a little girl, first birthday. So much fun. But there we go. But then you could do that any colour and any number that you want.
Absolutely. I think there's elements of this you'll definitely pull in, like that bunting, Craig. You'd be able to use that on so many different things. How about our milk carton boxes, exploding boxes? It would look great, wouldn't it, on those kind of things as well? And that's the great thing about, you know, I think when you... I'm going to use a different analogy here, right? When you find something you love, for me, I can't afford them very often. Joe Malone candles. I'm not sure if you have them in the US. We have it in the UK. Joe Malone, it's very expensive candles. They do reed diffusers, and they do like scents that you can wear and scents for your home as well. But it's very, very expensive. It's a real luxury treat. But the thing is, no matter what ones you have, Craig, or what you buy from Joe Malone, it all works together, even though there's 20 different fragrances. And I think the thing is, when you really invest in a brand, whether it is fragrance for your home, fragrance for yourself, or it is your crafting, everything seems to work together, and that's what we really try to do here at Crafters Companion. No matter what theme we bring you, no matter what the collection is, you'll find that a lot of it does work together. You'll find that dies are sized perfectly to work with other collections. What you're getting in this collection is you are getting the pop-out numbers, which is awesome. So you are getting, of course, all the numbers there that you need, which is awesome. So 0 right the way through to 9. And you do get a 6 and a 9 because of the way that the top and the bottom work. So you do need both of those, which is awesome. So you get all of that. You're also then going to get as well the extra bits and bobs, as I like to call them. So you've got the sentiments in there, which gives you 30 extra sentiments, which is fantastic. And you've also got the stamps and dies down here. That's where that lovely banner is from that you just saw Craig using a moment ago. And then what we've got for you are the 2 paper pads. Now, textured cardstocks become card pads and our paper pads are always very popular here, but it all kind of started with our textured cardstock in the 8x8. That was like one of the first ones that we ever did. So this is the same colour, the same cardstock, the same quality of that original 8x8, but what you've got it now is in a 12x12 size, which is awesome, so it gives you even more options of using it. That's your pastels, there. And what you've also got, my favourite one here, is the bright. It's a 230 GSM, so it's going to be perfect for die cutting. It's going to be perfect for embossing. It's got a white core. It's double-sided. You can sand it back. It's great for loads of different uses. You get both of those in there as well. £80 is your price today if you want to go for those. If you are a Club Inspire Platinum member, £64 or $79.20. That means Club Inspire Platinum members, you're saving $35.95 or $45.55, which is really awesome value for money. Now, maybe you've got a different price point in mind. You can't quite stretch that. The best way to get the best value is always to go for the big collection. We do have some smaller collections on the show for you. Maybe you just want to go for, or you don't want to go for the paper pads, maybe you've got loads of paper already, you just want to go for the other bits, the hardware, as I call it. We've got you covered there. $49.98 if you want to get these, or $59.90. Platinum members, $39.98 or $47.92. You save 20% when you get it in that configuration as well. Now, if you just want the dies on their own, they're available for you. $34.99 or $39.95. I think whatever way you're going for this, whatever configuration you're going for it in, you've got great value, whether it's the individual numbers, all of the hardware bits, or you're going for the whole collection with those brand new paper pads in there, you've got great value. If you did want to go for the builder border on their own, you can, $14.99 or $19.95. The thing is, when you go for the numbers and the builder border together, you get the stamps for free. That's kind of how that deal works. So that's why it's nice to get all three of those together. So don't go for the builder border and the numbers on their own, because you want to go for that collection that gives you all free. If you did just want the stamps, maybe the pop-out numbers aren't for you, and that's absolutely fine. I understand not every product is for every crafter. Maybe you just want to go for the stamps because they are really versatile, those stamps. You've got 30 different ones in there, and here they are, £9.99. $14.95 will be £8 for a Club Inspire Platinum member. We've got the card pads on their own as well if you want to go for those. They're $19.99 or $24.95. You've got two different options. You've got the brights and you've got the pastels as well. They're all available individually for you. Now, glitter card. Oh my. I have got it here in the studio and it is absolutely, can we... Georgina was like, I'm just going to do it on a picture. Do you want to do it live? I feel like you want to do it live. I always want to do it live, Georgina. And also, it passes the beard test. It is absolutely non-shedding. I don't think either of the guys in the gallery have seen that before. They found it very, very funny. Because you know what it's like. If this was glittery and it wasn't non-shedding, it would just be in there for days. And Craig, look, believe me, I would have zero issues with that, let me assure you. But I'm just showing you, it's not one of those glitter cards you're going to get every. You get 10 sheets of each. You get that gorgeous black. You get the baby pink, do-do-do-do-do-do. You get the baby blue, do-do-do-do. You get that Christmas green. Look at the lilac, luscious, lovely lilac there as well. 50 sheets for £14.50. So what does that work out? We're looking at about 34 pence a sheet in the UK, something along those lines. Very, very good value if you're going for it. And this was one of Sarah's selections that she put together for us as well. Our glitter card is awesome. 29 pence per sheet if you're in the UK. In dollars as well, I can't work that out, 44 cents a sheet. Brilliant value. 230 GSM. It's really, really awesome. I know you're going to love that. Now, we've also got for you these ones. I think these also work really well. I'm not going to do that one first because it's my favourite. When I do paper pads, Craig, I always do them in ascending order. Yeah. You'll know which one's my favourite because it's always the one at the end. Now, we've got three different ones in here. What I should tell you is, if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member, this is almost a half price deal because Platinum members today, you can get this whole collection for $32.80. The usual price, they're £20 each individually, so the usual price is $59.97. Everyone's got a great deal, whatever you're going for them. $41.60 as a Platinum member in the US. So you've got the neutrals. Now, the neutrals, it's not the most exciting paper pad in the world. I'm going to level with you. However, it's important that you have these tones in your crafty stash because you're going to find them really useful from the blacks all the way through to the whites. You've got the sunflower. Now, this is if you're going to channel summer. I think if you're wanting to brighten up your day, this is really awesome. It would go really well if you managed to get the Sunflowers Hunky Dory collection from this morning. This would go well with that. You've got oranges, your yellows, and all of you gorgeous verdant greens in there. And then you've got your warm tones here as well. This is awesome, the warm tones, because you've got those beautiful pinks. Then it goes through to those paler pinks. And I'm going to say it, Craig, Sexy reds. That's exactly what they are. It's like the base of those very expensive heels that the girls in Sex and the City, the girls in Sex and the City.
I was thinking of Dorothy.
Sorry, were you? Yeah, I was
Dorothy.
thinking of a Christian Louboutin heel is what I was thinking of. But however you want to do, whatever way you want to take them, You've got fantastic value right there with those. We talked a lot about Club Inspire and Club Inspire discounts and how that works. And if you are new to us, you might be thinking, Joe, what on earth is this Club Inspire you're talking about? Well, here is Sarah to take us through all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Lots of you chatting away with us still. All the details there of Club Inspire. Lots of you chatting away with us in the comments. Rosalind says, you guys are hilarious. What a way to start the day. Oh, thanks, Rosalind. We talked about Burns Night, didn't we? Lynn says, happy 60th birthday to Joe's mum. Sandra says, no doubt you taught your mum all of your bad habits. Happy birthday, Joe's mum. She doesn't need any bad habits, let me assure you. She's the one that leads me astray, absolutely. Trish says, thank you for showing those samples with the outside of the cards. You're absolutely more than welcome. Karen says, Joe, I hope you made and send your mum a lovely card. I'm not a crafter, so I didn't. But what I really should have done is got one of the guys here to maybe help me in order to make one. But what I would say, Craig, about that is, obviously greetings card shops are not open at the moment. So I went to a supermarket. I went to several big supermarkets, really fancy, massive one, and like middle of the range sort of huge one. And I was very, very disappointed in the selection of milestone birthday cards. I really struggled to get a decent one. And it was just 60 I was looking for, which is a really kind of standard age number that you would go for. And it was a bit underwhelming. So I think making your own, definitely the way forward there. Laura loves bagpipes. Lynn doesn't think she could eat haggis. Tansy says don't forget about the whiskey. Yolanda actually, and I'm going to throw back over to you for this in our next demonstration, Craig. Yolanda would like to know what haggis is.
Do you know what? Google it. Yeah.
Google it.
Google it.
It's the stuffed intestine of a sheep, basically. And it's filled with like offal and oats, and it doesn't sound nice, does it? It's like a massive Scottish burger that's got everything in it. That's how I like to think of it. But it's like mince, but it's got quite a loose texture, isn't it? I love it. I think it's utterly delicious.
I love it. I absolutely love it as well. But I like things like black pudding and that as well, which if you don't know what that is, Google that. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but yeah, I like that sort of stuff.
They call it, we were hipsters, Craig, now it's called nose to tail eating. That's what they call it. Oh. The hipsters call it. Yeah, where you eat everything, absolutely all of it. Oh, you are awful, but I do like you. Sorry, it's one of my favourite jokes. Awful, awful, awful. Get it? Okay. I'll let it. It'll drop in a moment. Don't you worry. I ordered these last week. I can't wait to get these, says Mum of 4 boys. Craig's finally got it. I'm not sure if he's laughing because I've lost my mind or he thinks it's funny.
No, it's dropped.
Anna Maria says, one of the biggest celebrations the world around has to be St Patrick's Day. Everyone is Irish on the 17th of March. Absolutely they are. You'll often find me, when we're allowed, with a Guinness in hand that day. Christine says, good morning, the whole set looks phenomenal. Tammy says, OMG, Craig, you didn't say Scotch in referencing a Scotch person, did you? I grew up with that being a major no-no. I thought you had to say Scots or Scotsman or Scottish, but never Scotch.
Who said Scotch?
Oh, it wasn't Craig. He didn't say it. Tammy does go on to say, maybe I misheard you. Maybe you didn't say Scotch. No.
I think it's a misheard, yeah.
Well, you're talking about Scotch in reference to Scottish whiskey, though, which is the correct reference, isn't it? A Scotch. To have a Scotch, as in to drink a Scotch whiskey.
No, I just said a whiskey.
Did you not? Oh, okay. Love this colour combination. Kathy C says, Joan, the 19th is not only Fake Friday for you, but it's my birthday. We can celebrate together. Woohoo! Absolutely. We will celebrate together. Don't you worry about that.
Joe, what were you pointing at?
Pointing at Kathy C at home.
Oh, right,
I was
okay.
like, we will celebrate Kathy C. I was pointing at her.
I was looking at it, I was like, what are you pointing at? There's nothing there.
I was pointing at Kathy. We've got some pictures we wanted to share. Let's do that then, because lots of you sending in pictures now, which we love. A lot of you have got these already. So Jenny sent this one in. I love this one, Craig. Very clean, very elegant.
Very, but it just goes to show how you don't need to do a lot to it. You know, you can just let that pop-out element simple. Really, really works well.
This next one here as well from Susan Rushton. Love this. The left is the outside and the right's the inside, Craig.
You can tell someone had a great time on HSN filling their baskets with all of these goodies with the front as well as the inside as well. But again, goes completely different to what we've just seen a moment ago, but how well that it looks. And it's a 43rd. You couldn't go into a shop and find a 43rd birthday card. No, absolutely not. Pam sent this one in. I wonder if it's our PPE Pam Craven. But you can see that's a 90 and a 43rd. I love the red mirror. Not something we see an awful lot of red mirror board, is it? We don't know, but it works really, really well. And you can see how, obviously, you've got the 90 and the 43, but completely different styles, but how well that they work.
And also another one here from Pam as well, that gorgeous 50th. Wow. Love the papers there. What I would say what I'd say as well is that if you've used our pop-out sentiments, and you can use those. These are simple, aren't they, in comparison to those? Great. I mean, no, they are very easy to use, but these are very, very simple. It's just 4 scores, that's it, or 4 folds, and you're pretty much done.
That's it, yeah, absolutely, and some of them aren't even that. So I thought what we'll do with this one is we'll do a double number, so we'll do 18 for this one. So what I'm doing is with the demos is we're going that one bit further before we go into, not a complicated one, but a more advanced one very, very shortly. So what I've done is I've brought in a piece of my yellow cardstock. So this is the texture from the sunflower, and it is 6 3/4 by 11 inches for anyone that wants to know. What I've also done as well, I'm not sure you can quite see it, I've got a pencil line that's running right along the centre. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an 18th, and we're going to do it in the colours for a boy. Obviously a girl will like these colours as well, but theming it for a boy. And we used the number 1 a moment ago, but what we're doing is on the 8, we've got exactly the same, whereas we've got 2 little notches side by side. So we can pop them ones into place. And now if you wanted to measure them so you can get it bang on, then you can do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a guess. So if we then tape that one on, and then I'm going to tape this one on as well. But what to say as well, Joe, is these will go through your Gemini Junior. I'm using the large Gemini simply because of the size of cardstock that I'm using. But if you were to make a small card, and if it's obviously A5 in size, it means it's going to go through your Gemini Junior, no problem. Things like the number 1, the actual size of the die are going to fit through the Gemini Mini and the Gemini Go, but obviously you're not going to be able to make a big card with that one. You know, you might want to make a really slim pop-out card, then you can do, but depending on the size of the card that you're making, you just need to decide whether you're using your large Gemini or your Gemini Junior, or your MIDI. Still going to go through the MIDI as well.
Awesome. Great to know that they'll go through all those different machines. Lots of you are still talking about these. Please keep sending your pictures in to us. We love seeing them. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Remember as well, if you want to be part of our craft along on the 19th of February, absolutely you can. Now is a great chance for you to email in and let us know. Some of you are already emailing in. What do you think in the comments? Should I have a go?
Yes.
Should I put my crafting where my mouth is? And should I craft along with Leanne? Let me know in the comments whether you think it's a good idea or you think it's an awful idea. I might message Leanne now on Facebook and see if she thinks it's a good idea or a bad idea.
Well, I think
she'll be up for it.
The good thing as well, you would have no better teacher than obviously Leanne being the head of product development. So
She's the fairy godmother, isn't she, of Crafters Companion? Absolutely, without a doubt.
She absolutely is. So I think you should definitely go for it, Joe. It'll be good. I'll be watching. I might actually join as well from home.
Oh, that might be fun, Craig.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be.
So now what I've done here is I've just scored all the way along. Scored all the way along. What are you doing?
I'm having the conversation. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Oh, that might be fun. Do you think that'd be fun? Yes, that'd be fun. Should we do it? I think we should do it. What do you think? Oh, yes. Do you know what I should do? I should shave half my beard off and do that. Can you imagine? That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? If I just shave this half off. I'd be like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more? No! We'll give it a go one day. That'd be hilarious.
It would. Oh gosh, it's been a busy weekend. So this is where what I've done is I've scored along these lines here, but once again, like we done in the first one, I didn't score along the numbers because we don't want that to have an embossed line. So now that I've done that one, what we're going to do is I'm going to just slowly manipulate those score lines, the ones that I have already scored, and then we're going to take the numbers, and because these have got the score lines already in them once you cut them, what we're going to do is we're going to follow them. So you're having it so that your numbers are popping out. We can then go back over and manipulate that little bit more. We're going to bring in the 8 again. So once again, just be careful, just to slowly manipulate it. Pop them forwards. I can pop that one forward, pop that one forward. And then what I can start to do is once I'm happy I've got that far enough, I can start to just fold them over. So folding them ones over, and then also the lines that I have scored. So we can press that one over and then even give them a little bit of a burnish. And then what you'll happen to see, so let's even burnish these ones there and then there. And what will happen is if I then show you here, you're going to be able to see how we've got that pop-up element. So as you fold them over and open, it pops out. So then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to do a little bit of matting and layering, and then I'm going to take a bit of black card and using the 1 and the 8, I'm going to die cut it again, and I'll show you how you can trim round it just so that you can fit it onto the numbers that you've already cut.
Janet says, what is wrong with Joe? He is more hysterical than usual. We had a very funny weekend, Craig, here on Crafters TV. It was myself and Debbie Fisher for all of the hours. We were with Johnny and Charlotte in the gallery, and we did have a lot of fun. Maybe do you think we need to turn it down a bit, Helen? What do you reckon? Deborah says, Joe, yes, you should dive in and craft along. Rose says, yes, craft along. Tammy says, yep, Joe, you should give it a go as well. Susan, I say, I had to play with these numbers and absolutely love them. Denise says, I love haggis. I also like black pudding as well. Lynn says, black pudding. Yuck. And in the comment underneath too. Yes, Joe, you should go for it. You'll have fun and pick up a new craft. Black pudding and haggis, pretty similar, I think, Craig, aren't they?
I would say so, yeah. I would say so.
I love black pudding. I think it is utterly delicious. The home of black pudding is Bury in Lancashire, Craig, which is just outside of Manchester. And I've been to, there's a stand in Bury Market, if you live anywhere near there, that's been making black pudding for over 100 years, Craig. Yeah, you can get a warm black pudding, and you just eat it on its own traditionally. Just have it warm, steamed.
So I believe, I've heard that before. You just eat it on its own.
Delicious.
I think Georgina was just asking about it being obviously called a pudding. I think it was the way that it's cooked or baked, in the style of what a pudding. I think it's the fact that it's steamed, like a pudding would be steamed.
And it's sort of mixed up together, but then it's put in like a sausage skin and then steamed like a pudding would be. I think that's where the name comes from.
Yeah. Oh, white pudding's lovely as well.
I've never had white pudding.
Have you not had white
No.
pudding?
Oh, that's Irish, I think, white pudding, isn't it? And also, square sausage is the other thing you guys have in Scotland, which we don't
So
really have
hard to
here.
get here.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
so
have it.
hard- Yeah.
It's a particular brand as well of square sausage. I always seem to remember whenever I've been in Scotland.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, no, it's so nice, but yeah, it's so hard to get here. When I was home for a few days at Christmas, I made sure that we had plenty of squared sausage at breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like today's a celebration of not only square sausage but also Scotland as well, Craig. I'm desperate to do in the summer that the Route 66 of Scotland, Craig. You know the road that goes all the way around the outside. It looks awesome. Really, really does. We're talking a lot about Scotland. Craig's got. You didn't. I thought you might have come in a kilt today, Craig. I thought
don't
today
have a
was the
kilt.
day. Sorry?
I don't have a kilt.
Do you not?
I don't suit a
I think
kilt.
we need to get.
Not with my lanky legs.
I think we need to start a GoFundMe to get Craig a kilt and a sporran. And what are the socks called? They've got a special name as well, haven't they?
Yeah, Georgina's just asking what a tartan is. It's purple and black.
No. Is it really? Purple and black? That's
Purple and
amazing.
black, yeah.
It's like it was a sign, Craig. It's like it was destiny, isn't it?
That's what it's like. That's what it's like.
There's a layered tweed flat cap. Hello. There you go. You tell Georgina's in a Google spiral
I know,
in there, looking at the layered family tartan.
Yeah, no, I don't have a kilt. I did at a friend's wedding wear tartan trousers,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't suit a kilt. Not with my lanky legs.
Ah, I'd love to go to a wedding where you have to wear a kilt. I love a bit of dressing up. We're absolutely game for that. It's probably slightly insensitive because it isn't dressing up, it's actually traditional dress for people of Scotland.
Yeah.
But you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
we don't just
I love
dress up for
dressing
the
up in
sake
the
of
sense
it.
that I love putting a suit on, I love an occasion, I love a bit of glitz and glam. And do you know what, Craig? We aren't really getting much opportunity to get glammed up at the moment, are we? So, we will be though, soon. I can't
Soon.
wait. I actually went to a black tie awards evening with work right before the first lockdown. So I'm glad I got
you?
that one in there. Yes, but I'll be looking forward to going to more of those. Hopefully.
Oh, I can't wait.
Lots of you still chatting away with us over on Facebook. Gemma says, Sandra says, is it Fake Friday today, Joe? It's not Fake Friday, it's Fake Wednesday today. Deborah saying you should go for it. Dawn says, absolutely, Joe, you'll be hooked. What size card is Craig making? Teresa would like to know.
So this one, when folded flat, it's going to be 7 1/4 by 6 inches when it's folded flat. So you would just go to your Ultimate Pro, your envelope maker, and make an envelope to fit this size one. But you can see what I've done with this one. See how I cut out the 1 and the 8 again, Joe? And then what I just done is I just followed the embossed line. And then I've taken a gel pen, this is a white gel pen, and just done my own stitched edge all the way round, the 1 and the 8. And then we can just start to mat and layer these. And then what I've also done is I've got a few of these that I've already stamped and coloured using the banners again. And we've got some of the candles, we've got here, even more of the presents. But what I've done is using the everyday sentiments, I've also stamped the T and the H, and then what we've done is we've stamped the happy and the birthday. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assemble these on to our pop-out 18th card.
Lots of people chatting about the kilts. The Scotty Hottie in a kilt. Yes, please. Let's start a GoFundMe. Someone says here, which is awesome. Gemma says berry black pudding. It's the best. It really is. Who else was talking about? Rita says black pudding delish. Tammy, she's not got any time for haggis. No, thank you. Black pudding, no. Chitlins, no. Huge, no thanks. She says. And apparently, square sausage is a lot like US meatloaf, Craig, which is always good to know. We need to get Bernie to sew Craig a quilt. Not a quilt, a kilt, which I think is a great idea. I bet Bernie, she's ever talented. Her talents know no bounds, and her generosity, Bernie, as well. So maybe we could see if we can get her involved. Jancy wants to know if McDonald's over here serves haggis in their speciality offerings. They don't, but I think it's a good idea. You should write to the CEO, Jancy. And Lynn said, I think all guys should come in with kilts on. I'm sure they would all look great. I think they would as well, Lynn. I really, really do.
I'll come in if you come in, Joe.
Absolutely. Next year, Burns Night next year, Craig.
Okay.
Mark it in the diary. We'll come in our we'll get matching purple kilts. There you go.
I'm up for that.
Me too.
Well, maybe trousers.
Or if we're here on New Year's, we could do it as well, because a lot of people wear kilts at New Year's, don't they?
Yeah, they
so if we
do.
do shows on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day next year, and we're both in, we'll do it. We'll sort it out.
Don't give them any thoughts, Joe.
Sorry?
Don't give them any thoughts.
I know. I mean, I'd love 2 weeks off again over Christmas and New Year, but I mean, I can't see it happening, Craig, to be honest. But yeah, if we do any Christmas over shows over New Year next year, maybe we should have a look at it. We will do our best. You guys might have to remind us something like November, December time, okay? That's the deal. You remind us. And we'll come through. How about that? We didn't manage to, because I ended up having that time off before Christmas, Craig, as well, unexpectedly. We didn't manage to get to do our matching Christmas jumpers either, did we? Which is a disappointment.
No.
There's always next year. We need to start a list. We need to start a list of all these dress-up themes that we're going to do for this year.
Yeah, we do. Starting off, we're wearing the same tartan shirt.
Well, yeah, we could have done that today, couldn't we? Do you know why I didn't wear it, Craig?
Why?
Because I'm on a diet and it's just too tight.
Is
so
it?
It looks fine when I was sat up, but you know when I sat down, I thought when I sit down to have my lunch yesterday, I'm going to have someone's eye out one of these buttons when I sit down for my lunch later, so I didn't wear it.
But you could have used that shirt as, one of like your guide shirts, and what I mean by that is pop it on and you say that it would have been a bit too tight for you, and then what you can maybe do is like wear it every 2 weeks or something like that. See if you can start to notice the difference.
2 weeks ago it didn't fit at all, Craig. It was like
There you
bulging.
go.
It was like there was stress on the buttons 2 weeks ago. So this, I got it on, it almost looked fine today. So I'm hoping actually by next week when I come in, you'll see me. If you see me in my red tartan shirt, you know I'm still on my diet.
Looking forward to that. Looking be good. Here we go. So we've got celebrate, and then when we open that up, woohoo! We've got the 18th. So themed that so it's going to be good for a boy or a man. But of course, as I say, this day and age, that could also be for a girl that likes that colour theme. But that could be any special occasion. It could be a 21st, a 60th, anything like that. Or it could just be a 19th if you wanted to. But you've got that option because you've got from number 1 all the way to 0 as well.
Fantastic stuff. I love it, Craig. I love that little sort of faux stitching detail you've got around the edge there. Really finishes it off beautifully. Lots of you still chatting away. Melissa says meatloaf and a square sausage is far from the same. Well, there you go. Melissa has spoken. Melissa Horn-Newby. And she says they are far from the same thing. Right. I know, I feel like we're putting the cat amongst the pigeons, to be honest, Georgina. Right, if you've just tuned in, let me recap what we've got in the show and how you can get hold of them. There's lots of different options. It is our pop-out numbers that we launched just last week. They've been so busy since then. I know you saw them over the weekend. You loved them, and then you're loving them again now in this show. It's basically all of it, the whole collection sort of revolves around these, and these are your pop-out number dies, as you can see here. So what you get is the ability to pop these out, really, and they give you so much dimension. You can use them on the inside of your cards, you can use them on the outside of your cards. I just want to show you this card here that was made as well, because I think that is absolutely awesome. That box, is it called, it's got a special name, I can't remember. It folds flat, and then it pops out there, as you can see. What we talked about, Craig, was having, as well, for a New Year's celebration, having a double-sided one of these and having the year on it, like 2020. Where are we now? 2021. Or having a wedding and having the dates on here, so you could have, or maybe it's someone's birthday, like my birthday, for instance, 26th September. You could have 2609 on here, so it would be four-sided with your actual birthday.
Do you know what you could do? You
What's
could
that?
make something, obviously not exactly like this, but
wow.
you know how you've got here, we've got in the set, for the date.
Yeah.
You could make something along that line. Following what you've just showed there.
But we'd
doing
like
that
a big,
style,
like a bit bigger cube,
one.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then you can just turn them so
Turn
that
them
you
over
can
as they go. I think that is an awesome idea. It's definitely one of those collections that the more you use it, the more ways you're going to come up with using it. The details on your screen are for this collection just here, which is what I'm calling the hardware collection, because what you're getting in there is you're getting the dies that you need. So 0 all the way through to 9. You've also got the stamps on there as well, which is awesome. And you're getting the stamps and dies in there as well. So you're getting this lovely collection just here. $49.98 or $59.90 if you want to get that collection. Now there are 2 paper pads as well. If you want to go for the whole collection, which was as we've launched it, then absolutely you can. That's £80. These are the original paper pads that we bought, the original 8x8 textured cardstock paper pads. You've got the bright and you've got the pastels, 36 sheets of each in there. You can get it all together today. £64 as a platinum member in the UK, $79.20 as a platinum member in the US. That means platinum members are saving £36 almost, and almost $46, which is really, really awesome. If you want to go for some of the individual items, you can. Everything is available individually. If you just want to go for the dies on their own, be our guest. You're more than welcome to. They are there on the show for you as well. Just pop yourself across to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, and you can find it all there. Click the shop the show button. I'm going to go through this glitter collection for you because it's very, very popular at the moment. It's really gorgeous colours. You've got the lilac, you've got the gorgeous Christmas green, you've got the baby blue, you've got the gorgeous baby pink, and you've got the black. Now, black is one that is actually, Craig, I think quite hard to come by, isn't it? Good quality black glitter cardstock.
It really, really is. And to get a good quality where it doesn't shed, you know, but you're able to even use it in your die cutting machines or your electronic die cutting machines, an absolutely incredible collection of glitter card that you've got there.
Yeah, it really is gorgeous. And yeah, for your electronic machines, it's going to work beautifully. If you want to go for that, £14.50 or $22, which is really awesome value. I want to share with you the 12 by 12. It's the, these ones, sorry, my bad. The textured cardstocks. I feel like I've lost my notes, Georgina. I don't know why I've done them. There we go, we'll find them. In here, you've got your pastels. So this is that cardstock we're talking about. It was an 8x8, it was the original 8x8 really. And now, we've done it in a 12 by 12 source. It's double-sided. Do you know what I'm gonna do, Craig?
Uh-oh.
I love doing this. I did it with vellum yesterday. Oh, do you know what, Craig?
Oh, can
it's
you hear
core.
that?
What?
Can you hear Tracy?
The tears.
Yeah, the rumbling.
So it's core, Craig. It's not a white core. It's actually a different colour core, but it is a complementary colour core. So you see how the purple one there, it's blue on the inside. Let's see what it's like on the others. This is now to experiment. This is not for my benefit. This is for your benefit. So on this, the yellow one, it is actually colour core. I didn't know this, Craig. Did you? It's colour core. Awesome. So that means if you want to die cut it, you're not going to see, if you want to die cut that, Craig's outraged, you're not going to see. Let's just double check one of the others to make sure they are all the same. Yeah, that one's colour core as well. That one's colour core as well. So the great thing is, if you're die cutting these, then you're not going to see. If you are die cutting them, but there's a good point there, isn't there, Craig? Why it's nice to have the colour core.
It is. It really, really is. And remember as well, you've got all of these different ways and these techniques where you can actually have and use that tearing technique to create, you know, your layers. So if you're going to do that, then you're going to get that nice subtle colour that runs through when you are doing your tearing of your cardstock.
Absolutely. And we've also got it in the basics as well. Better just make sure this is colour core as well. This is colour core, you'll be pleased to know. I'm not going to rip it too much because I know Leanne will tell me off. And Tracy, she'll be after me. £41 or $52 if you want to get the texture cardstock collection. Oh, do you know what? I've just shown you the wrong pads for the wrong details. Let me give you those again. So the details that are on your screen here are actually for these ones. It's for the texture cardstock. It's pretty much the same, but it's the warm, the sunflower, and the neutrals. Then I'll give you the details. If you want to go for just the cardstocks on their own, they are both available for you. Let's just get these to marry up. There we are. But you can see Brights, which is this one at the front, and then the pastels which are there at the back. Sorry about that, a little bit of confusion there for you. $19.99, $24.95, £16 if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member to get each of those. If you want to go for the pop-out dies on their own, let me just grab them for you. It will be this packet just here. Then absolutely you can. If you want to get them on their own, $34.99 or $39.95 for those. You can see everything you've got in there. They are super, super versatile. The Builder Border is also available on its own too, which is a lovely selection of dies and stamps there. And $14.99, $19.99. Let me try that again, $14.99 or $19.95. And then what you've also got are the stamps there as well. 30 awesome sentiment stamps for you, $9.99 or $14.95. Don't go for the Builder Border and the numbers separately, because the Builder Borders and the number in the other, I'll give you the other details again. When you buy the Builder Border and the you buy the builder board and the numbers, you get the stamps free in that collection. So absolutely go for that rather than going for them all individually. Lots of you are chatting away. A lot of people telling me off. Janet says, great card. Very nice card, Craig, says Teresa. Mary says, I like the orange behind the 18 inside. Great colour scheme. Great colour choice. Lynn says, great card and colour choice. Gosh, no, Joe, says Christine Mahoney, the queen of the paper pad. Evelyn says, no, Joe, you're breaking Craig's heart. Gemma says, you can tell Joe isn't a paper crafter. How many people are cringing right now? Diane says, you've done it now, Joe. No paycheck for you because you got to pay for all the paper. Honestly, it wouldn't be the first time. Stop it, stop it, stop it, says Rosalind. Gosh, Joe, you're just killing me and ripping that card. So it says, Alex, honestly, guys, I didn't realise it would have such a big, profound effect. In my old job, every time we did a paper pad, we used to tear the papers and show you what the colour core looked like. Yeah. I won't be doing it again. Don't let Joe near the paper, please. Honestly, I think I'm going to be out of a job at this rate. Right, what do you want to share with us next, Craig?
You thought I was joking as well when I had my head in my hands. You don't mess with a crafter's paper pad, that's for sure. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Right,
Joe.
that's me told. I'm not allowed to open advent calendars and I'm not allowed to tear paper pads. But when I teared vellum pads yesterday, no moaning at all. So everyone's. How are we feeling about me tearing? So I can tear vellum, just not paper. I think that's where we've found the line, Craig.
But yeah, you get away a lot easily when it comes to tearing vellum, but not paper pad.
Not papers.
And not right down the middle that you just done as well. 12 by 12 and right down the middle.
Debbie would say, "What am I like?
What am I like?" She's back later, isn't she?
She is. Yeah, we've got first chance to see. I've never done the Best of British, Craig, and I'm really excited about presenting that with Debbie, along with the Maker Statement. I haven't seen either of those collections. Exciting Monday Maker Show, and we've got a Craft Ambassador too. That's all in just under 2 hours, Craig.
Oh, that'll be good. I'll be able to watch that as well.
You will.
Fun. What I'm doing now is I'm taking my two numbers, but we're going to do it, and I've just realised that I'm doing 87, so that's an 8 again. I was obviously not thinking when I was doing these ones, doing 8 time and time again, but we're going to do these in a different angle, so we're going to stagger them so one's on top of the other. What I need to do is I've got a piece of cardstock, and it is, I've used a longer piece of cardstock, so that you know, what I've done is I've got a piece of cardstock that's 13 inches times 4.5. So you would need to use your larger cardstock, like your A3 cardstock. And then what I've done, so it's 13 inches and it's by 4.5 inches. Then what I've done is from the top here, I've come down 3.5 inches and I've done a pencil line, which is on this one here. And then what I've done is come down 7.25. And then what I've done is I've scored a pencil line here. So this is my layer that I am going to cut with. Then what I can do is bring in my dies. So I'm going to go for, let's go for 7 to 8. It was going to be 8, 7. Let's do 7 to 8. So what I need to do is let's start with the 8 on this one, and always following those little notches that we've got with on the number. I'm going to pop that one onto my cardstock so it runs parallel with my pencil line. And then what I can do is I can tape that down to secure it. And what I'm going to do is let's move it in just so it's maybe about 1/4 inch in from the edge. And once I'm happy with that, if I pop that tape on, and then this is where what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 7, Joe, and now on that pencil line that I've drawn, I'm going to pop the 7 and I'm going to pop the notches from the 7 so that it runs in parallel with my pencil line as well.
Oh, we're getting a bit of a backlash to the backlash, Craig.
Okay.
Dee says, rip it, Joe. Go rogue. You go for it. Mary Lay says, you're so damn funny, Joe. You always make me laugh. You rip that paper. So I'm getting a little bit of support now, you see. Fred says, well, when you did the vellum, you only tore 1 sheet. But with the paper, you've torn multiple sheets. That's why it was... Laura says, OMG, no, we do not rip the paper. Some of you, have we got some pictures to you wanted to share? Oh, we're going to shortly. Sorry, there's me jumping the gun. We'll show you those shortly. Keep getting your pictures in, though. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Getting really busy on all the collections that we go towards the end of the hour. It's nice to have a collection, Craig, and have multiple ways of getting hold of it, isn't it? So it depends if you want to go for the whole lot, of course, that's the best value. But if you do want to cherry pick, then you're more than welcome to do that. I like it when we make it all available for you.
So do I, and I think that's, I genuinely do think that that's what we do quite well here, is we understand some of you want that full bundle, you want everything, and we cater for that, but we also understand, certainly with everything that's going on at the moment, not everyone can get maybe the full bundle or actually go for that full bundle, so we just rein it in slightly and we give you kind of like a second essential bundle, so to speak. So it's nice just to be able to do that for you all, and then you can get a bit of a taster as to what you are creating with or what you're playing with when it comes to these ones. So I think you're totally right there, Joe. Now this is how it's then going to look. So what I need to do now, very similar to what we've done in the previous ones, I'm going to score along my pencil line. So I'm just lining that one up. So I'm going to score along my pencil line just until we get to the start of number 8. And we're doing this end as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back into this one, and then what we can do is do exactly the same. We're going to score along here. But what I also need to do as well, Joe, is I need to come along and I actually need to score about, it's about, let me check my note, it's about half an inch what we've got here, not half an inch, an inch. I need to score. So coming up from that pencil line that we've done, we're going to score at an inch, and we're going to work that in. And what we're also doing as well is we're making sure that we don't go over the number. And what that inch does is that takes into account your top part that you've got here. And I know that might not make sense at the moment, but what will happen is once we start to fold these ones up, so we're going to fold these parts up here, and then with the 8 we're going to pull that one up, and we're going to slowly manipulate the 8, and we're going to pull that one up so you can start to see how the 8 comes together. And then once I'm happy that I've got that to the front, what I'm then going to do is move up onto the 7, and I'm just going to do exactly the same. So I think if I come that way, it's going to be easier for you. So but then this time what I need to do is that pencil line I need to fold back, because this is what's going to create that bit of a ledge. So we can then fold this next one that we've just scored. That one can then come to the front, and then we're going to manipulate those score lines just by pressing. And then these two lines here, we've got a couple of little embossed lines that just run along the top. So I can then fold that one over and fold that one over. And then this now gives us our ledge. So you can see how that looks there. And then as it sits upright, we've got that pop-up element, how well that works. So that could be any numbers that you're doing. It doesn't have to be as obviously a 7 and an 8. So then what I can do is if I bring in my card blank for this one. So with this card blank, I've still used our larger A3 cardstock to create this one. So for anyone wondering, the actual card blank is 6 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I'm taking some of the green, Joe, and I'm just going to then mat and layer this all together.
Awesome. Just to recap what you're getting here in this collection, remember, details on your screen there at the moment, you're getting all the numbers, which is fantastic. So 0 all the way through to 9. It's so easy to put these together. Are there instructions in the packet as well, Craig, with this one?
Do you know something? I've got them sitting to the side of me, and I keep meaning to actually acknowledge the fact that you've got your steps within these as well. So although you can always come back and watch us on YouTube, but what you've got here is if you want to really get stuck in really quickly, you've got that little step-by-step that's going to help you just to get started as well.
Awesome. And don't forget, if you've bought these already, if you're going for them today, the great thing is, right, you've got so much inspiration, Craig, because we had a launch day with these already with Sarah last week. Go back and watch that back. That's 2 hours of inspiration for you. We've got a masterclass right now with these. You can go back and obviously you can watch this back at any time. It's another 2 hours. That's 4 hours of demonstrations for you. They were on Second Chance Sunday. There's another half an hour of demonstrations. So that's what, 4.5 hours. There's a 2 hour craft along the 19th of February. That's 6.5 hours of education and inspiration just for this one product. So you're going to be able to come back and watch all of that back at any time. And I think that is the best thing about, I think that is what really sets us apart, you know, Craig, that there's so much information. You can find the information really easily on our website as well. So you're never going to get a product home and just not know how to use it. No. That's not what we're about here at Crafters Companion and Crafters TV. It's very, very busy on the collection that's on your screen now for the numbers, the stamps and dies, and the sentiments as well.
That's it. We're always there in some form, whether it's our YouTube or if you are needing to ask a specific question. You know, we're all on social media as well, so you can just ask away on social media. What I need to do is I need to come up into my centre part here, and then we're also just always going to match up the actual seam of your card blank with your layer that you've created. So I'm going to pop this one on here. And then if I bring this one in, so we just need to manipulate them that little bit more, then that can then just sit into place here. So if I bring these ones in there, so I'm just going to line that one up and line that one up. And then if I fold that one in here, and then what I can do is if I bring this one, so see this line that I've got here, Joe, this is also come in with this die here. So it's kind of a bit like a perforation line, but then you can then start to have a bit of fun and you can then design different layouts as to how you're going to use them and create them. But I've simply stuck with the green cardstock for this one, which is from, I think is it the Brights have taken this one? Oh no, Pastels,
yes, the Bright. Is it the Brights? But they've got greens in both. That looks like the green, the light green from the Brights to me, Craig.
I think it is actually the Brights that I took this one from, Joe. And then what I've found that I've been doing a lot of the time is actually be doing the die cutting them out separate and doing a bit of a layer. I think that works really well. Just gives it a nice little accent. So if I pop that one on there and in there. And then if I bring this one in here, pop them ones on. Now this is now all that fun bit of decorating, Joe. So we can now decorate it with all of these stamps and all of these dies that we've got.
Deborah says you can send me the ripped pad, Joe. I'm sure it's damaged goods now, so I'll take that off your hands. Mary Alice says we've got the Scotty Hottie. She thinks I should be called the Hilarious Hunk. I mean, I'll take that, Mary Alice. Thank you very much. Joe says I also appreciate being able to purchase the individual items here. A lot of other places only have the bundled items, so it's lovely to get the individuals. Karen says nice writing, Craig. Nice penmanship as well, says Susan. And Teresa is loving all of the camera angles today. We've got George to thank for that. He's in the hot seat, pushing the buttons today, and Georgina's in there giving us lots of encouragement as well, and producing the show. George Squared, we're calling them, as a double act, a duet or a duo. I'm not sure which one of those it is. Yeah, George Squared. They're George would like to be known as a duo. So there you are, George, the George Squared dynamic duo. That's what you're going to be referred to from now on.
That's good, that, isn't it?
I like
that. I like that. There we go. So I'm pressing that. Do you know what I think, Joe? I think I've scored this the wrong way. Oh. So I need to go that way.
Is there an easy fix if you do score it the wrong way, Craig?
So if I go that way. Do you know what I've done, Joe? Silly sausage. What I need to do.
That was funny.
So see how I've scored my line on, so this is our pencil line. See how I've scored my line up above it?
Yeah.
I actually need to score it an inch below it, not above it. Because we need to do it in line of the 7 and the 8. I thought, that's not folding flat, and that's why. So now what I can do is let's pretend you didn't put the previous score line in. We will do, yeah, awesome. That's exactly what we'll do. So then that can fold that way. So if we go that way, we go that way. That can then sit So we don't need that line. And
Wait. I got it.
There we go. So it's now sitting on its own kind of like little platform that you can see here. See how well it sits on its platform? Now then, what I can do is then I can bring in these components and now we can start to decorate it.
Sounds fabulous. Craig, you could make a pocket in that and it would be a nice room to put a gift card in.
You could.
Suggests Sandra. How about that? Mary says, I sounded a bit like Take Me Outside. How about that? Mary says, that card is absolutely fabulous. I love that. You could use that slope bit and tuck a gift card in. Again,
Yep.
yeah, so seems to be a common thread here in the suggestions. People saying that, yeah, gift card holder would be the way to go with this. Again, I think it's going to be an awesome collection that you're going to love using on the inside of cards, on the outside of cards. There's loads of concepts that you're going to use with this. There's definitely going to be concepts that our viewers think of, Craig, that maybe the design team and you, the experts, haven't even thought of. I can't wait for people to invent new ways of using them and then share that information with us. You can always tag us as well. If you're making things and uploading them, especially if you're uploading them to Instagram, if you put them on, if you ever put your makes on Instagram stories, you can crab us, no, you can tag us, crafterscom at crafterscom TV, don't crab us, at crafterscom TV, at Crafters Companion USA, at crafterscomp UK on Instagram. So that's so. Make sure you're giving us a follow on all of those.
Absolutely, we do like to see what you make, and certainly when you tag me, certainly on Instagram on Insta Stories, then I'll share you onto my wall as well. Not so much my wall, but my Insta Story. So here we go. So we've got the happy birthday, and then we're going to go ba-dang, and see how that then opens up. Now yours obviously won't be ski whiffed, yours will be folded in the right place. But here we go.
I love it.
78. So it could
Absolutely
be 78,
fabulous.
obviously it could be the other way around, you know, completely different colours if you want.
Really awesome. And really great value as well. Diane says, I think it would be awesome if you all come to the US for a meet and greet. I would love to meet all of you. Do you know what, Craig? That takes the... it was a thought that I had. I'm meant to be in Los Angeles on the 4th of May for 12 days and going up to San Francisco as well. And I did think to myself, but I thought, God, no one, gosh, probably no one lives in LA firstly anyway, and probably no one would be interested. But I did think about doing like a little meet-up one morning, like at, you know, at a coffee shop or a Starbucks or something. So if any of our viewers were like in the area, lived in LA, or we were in, you know, easy reach of LA. We don't want people to travel for hours to come to it, but we could just like meet up for a bit of a photo op and have a coffee with a few viewers. I thought, you know, let's see how many viewers live close to LA or San Francisco. It could be in either of them, and maybe we'll make it. Maybe it'll make it work. Fred said, Joe said, tag us. I heard haggis. Must be time for coffee. I think it is time. It's always time for coffee. Teresa says, great card. It will be hard to choose today. Oh yes, we've got to vote for the card of the show. I'm so glad you're here, Teresa. I'd actually forgotten about that today. It's the start of a brand new week. I think it'll be awesome. Yes, we'll just see. I'm very dubious, Craig, about being able to go on holiday to California in May. If it doesn't happen in May, though, we're going to push it back and do it in September. We've already decided. So it just depends what the way of the world is like when it comes to May. So watch this space. But Diane, I think it's a great idea. I mean, if we could maybe get the company to pay for us to go, Craig, we could go on a little road trip, couldn't we, around the US and do a series of meets and greets, maybe.
I think that would be great. Be a series for Crafters TV, couldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Forget, you know, move on Gino, Fred and Gordon.
Could be
Joe,
Craig and Ben.
The Hottie Scotty and the Handsome Hunk. And what's Ben's nickname? Does Ben have a nickname? A viewer's nickname?
Don't know. Don't think so.
I've just shown you some of the awesome things. I love this. This reminds me of the staycation, you know. I'd love to see that staycation stamp, that staycation paper pad used in conjunction with that. Would look absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to text Ben and ask him what his preferred nickname is and see if we can get a working title going. You can see there in black and white, it looks very, very classy. There's some more here used on the outside. I know a lot of you talking about using them on the outside, which is awesome. This one here, very, very classy as well. I'm loving the glitter card. A lot of you have a lot of the samples have chosen to be made with glitter card. That's a really lovely elaborate stepper, isn't it? Really, really beautiful. If you want to get hold of them, you can. It's very easy to do so. The details on your screen are for everything you're going to see just over there. So you've got your numbers, which is fantastic. You've also got your stamps and dies, which is brilliant. And you've then also got your stamps in there too, your sentiment stamps. This deal also includes 2 brand new paper pads. I'll just give those a... Well, I daren't go back to the scene of the crime, to be honest, Craig. But, oh, hello, I've dropped it. You've got the Brights, which are these ones just here. They are really lovely. They're kind of, it's a textured linen card. It's a linen texture, but they are kind of matte. I don't know. And none of our paper pads are sort of highly gloss, but these ones seem extra matte, Craig, in comparison to the other ones that we do. We've also got it in the pastels for you here as well, which is fantastic. So you got those included as well. If you want to just go for the deal without the paper pads, oh, I found my notes. You'll be pleased to know, everyone. They're here. Don't stress. If you want to go for the deal without the paper pads and just for the hardware, you can. Give you the details of that, $49.98 or $59.90. I think, as I said earlier, I really struggled to get really good number cards recently. Whenever I've been out and looked, it's been a little bit underwhelming. Making your own number cards is going to be absolutely awesome. Let me take you back through the glitter card that you've got here as well, because it's getting very busy on this. What you've got is you've got the lilac, which is fantastic. You've also got the Christmas green, baby blue, you've got the baby pink in there, and you've also got the black in there. Oh, someone's got chocolate on that. Who's been having chocolate? Who's been eating chocolate on touching this glitter card? That definitely's got had chocolate on it, Craig. Can you see it there? I'm going to have to put that sheet at the back. I bet that was Sarah. Let's pop that in there. Someone's been eating chocolate. Oh, I'd give my right arm for some chocolate. $14.50 or $22 if you want to get your hands on those. Now, don't forget, of course, we'd love to have lots of fun. Ben is Lord Ben. So it would be the Handsome Hunk, the Scotty Hottie and Lord Ben on the road. So yes, that seems like a good idea. Let us know when, Joe, says Tammy. Bunches of us will show up. Oh, that might be fun. We'll need a bigger venue for a meet and greet near you. I don't live there, but I would travel to meet. Oh, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want people, having to trek across, state lines. How about a CNC All-Star through the US? All of us just, going across the US. Come to the East Coast also. So Evelyn says she would pay to go to a for a Crafters Companion All-Star tour of the USA. You wouldn't have to pay, honestly, because you might want a refund. No, I'm only joking. But we wouldn't charge you, of course. It's lovely to see you all and hang out.
Called?
Sorry?
Got a right frog in my throat. Sorry. Do you know what we could be called?
What?
The 3 Pokey Tools.
Yes, that's our collective name, the 3 Pokey Tools. Craig, I absolutely love that. Right, lots of you got very full baskets. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out. Whilst you do that, here's a recap on how you can watch a shop at the same time. Take a look. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. No idea who that handsome chap was. Lots of you still chatting away. Keep getting your comments in. Keep sending your photos in. Also, if you'd like to take part in the Craft Along on the 19th of February, we'd love to hear from you. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send all of that into. Whatever part of this deal you're going for, however you're getting hold of these, remember all of it's available individually or as a big bundle or in the smaller bundles. All the details are across on the website as we just showed you just there. Right, Craig, we've got half an hour left. So what do you think, Craig? One more demonstration and then maybe vote on our demo of the show? How does that sound?
I'm up for that. I don't mind, yeah.
Fantastic. You saw that Leanne won yesterday, Craig. Did you see that?
I noticed from the scoreboard, yeah, at the side of me, yeah, that Leanne won. What one was it she won with?
It was well, it's a bit orcs because it's the same one as Sarah had an entry for Caring Thoughts, as did Leanne, and Leanne's won. I'm not telling Sarah. I'm not telling Sarah. It's gorgeous though, isn't it?
It's really
with the
nice.
decoupage, really, really lovely, very
Really
dimensional.
nice.
What might have happened, Craig, is I'm just going to come out because someone's going to tell you, so I need to confess. The milk carton box that you did that was on the demo of the week, I didn't see it on the shelf, and we voted nearly all the votes, and then a minute left of voting, I spotted it and brought it in. So I feel like I might have ruined your chances, and I'm sorry. I'm deeply sorry for that. What are you not going to turn to the stroppy Scotty again, are you?
No, of course.
Okay,
Me,
okay,
never.
good.
Never. Not me. Not my style. Not my style.
There's lots of people who are in hysterics. Janet says hysterical, Craig. Stephanie D, Ro, oh my. The free pokey tool says Beth. That is priceless. That's it. That's what we're collectively known as from here on in. More pictures coming in as well. Is that Michael sent this one? Is that Michael or Michelle? Michael. Love that 17-year-old card. You all growing up? That's cute, Craig, isn't it?
That's so cute. Really like that one. Really like it.
Triplets. Look at this next one. I'm guessing it's triplets.
I think
That's
so,
cute,
yeah.
isn't it?
All the sixes.
I don't know any triplets. Do you, Craig?
No.
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 Very rare. Oh, Georgina does. There's too much information there, Georgina. I can't. There was a family that Georgina know, and they had twins and triplets in the same family. There's more of them coming. Was that right, Georgina? That was right. Yeah. This next one here, first birthday. Cute. I love that. What's that card style called, Craig?
So that's like a side stepper card.
Side stepper card. I love those.
But what Anna's, is that Anna, is it? Anna. Anna's done as well, has used a character over the edge as well, in conjunction with these ones. So it goes to show how you can absolutely bring in lots of your other crafty products at home.
Absolutely, that is awesome. Love that. Right, keep getting your pictures in. As I said, one more demonstration, then we'll do that demo of the show. Right, over to you, Craig. What would you like to share with us next?
Right, so I thought this time what we've done is we've done a single number, we've done a double number, so let's go for a triple number for this one. So we're going to make 101 card for this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in my, now where am I? So we're going to go in with my blue cardstock. Well, it's kind of like the baby blue within this one here. And I've got a pencil line. So we have got 9.5 by 11.25. So what I'm going to do is I'm just making sure that that should still, just when I'd done it the first time, it just and go, so I need to trim it very, very slightly. So I'm just making sure, so if I just trim this one, because of the Gemini, so I'm going to trim that ever so slightly. And what I'll do, let's do a little bit more. And then
I've just messaged Ben, by the way. I've just WhatsApped him to let him know that we're now known collectively as the Three Pokey Tools.
Oh, did you?
He's typing, so I'll see what he says, Craig.
what
I'll
he
let you
says.
know. Sandra says she loves watching us and our shows. So you're more than welcome, Sandra. Remember, if you are just joining us late, you can go back and watch the first bit of this show and catch up anytime that you like for all of our shows across on our website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu.
So that size is now 9 inches by 11.25 because I've shortened it slightly. And what I also need to do as well, because I'm going to do 101, and we've only got the 1, 1. So I'm going to position these ones into place just so that I'm happy. If you want to do any measuring, then you can do. But what I'm just going to do is I'm going to just do it just as a guide, going by eye. And I'm going to make sure that I'm kind of happy with where they're going to go.
Ben comes back and says, more like the Three Pokey Fools. That is funny. That is such a Ben retort, isn't it? Thanks for that, Ben. Ben, of course, back with you here on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week. So make sure you join in for all of those shows then, which will be awesome. He's back with Debbie Fisher on Thursday, I know, for a whole day of shows as well. How was your morning call, Craig, this morning? Your wake-up call with Craig?
It was very good,
go?
thank
And
you.
what can we expect from tomorrow? Do you know yet what's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow, what we got tomorrow? We have got, it's Tuesday, so it's softer side. So there may be a bit of soft crafts going on.
Are you still in this? May there be a soft craft challenge, do you think, tomorrow?
I don't know. Bernie's popping in again. I'm not sure what she's got sorted for tomorrow. So we're not sure what Bernie's got planned for me tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we're going to do. But
Make sure you tune in, 9 a.m, bright and early every morning with Craig, which is 4 a.m, is it, Craig, on the East Coast?
It sure is indeed.
Which is 1 a.m. Pacific time. I'm getting better. I'm still not quite up to your standard, Craig, but I'm getting there. I used to have the clocks to rely on, you see, and the clocks, they are no more.
They've gone.
They have.
Completely gone. But yeah, what else have we got tomorrow? We've also got, we're showing you a bit of a preview as to, is that tomorrow?
There is a preview. Is there a preview tomorrow in your show about what's launching on Wednesday?
So we are showing a preview of Nitwits. So we've got Nitwit.
Tell us about Nitwits for anyone that doesn't know. Nitwit's not familiar with that brand, Craig. Who are they?
So Nitwit are a Canadian company, and you guys stateside, so many will have know Nitwit, even you guys in Canada as well. They have an incredible back catalogue of online digital images. Now, I say you guys in the USA and Canada will know their stuff. Here in the UK, when it comes to their digital images, they are unbelievably popular. I've also been using them for a number of years. Not used them lately because obviously I've been busy here, but they've got such an incredible back catalogue of digital images. But now what they've wanted to do is they've wanted to dip their toe into the actual physical paper crafting world. Who better to go with than us at Crafters Companion? So they've joined up with us at Crafters Companion, and we are now bringing you the physical products. Kickstarting with Blooms and Grace. Is that with Leah? Is it Leanne?
The preview tomorrow with Leanne.
That's right. Yep.
And the launch day is it also with Leanne?
Debbie. I think it's with Debbie.
I think it's also with. Do you want me to check? Shall I have a look, Craig? I've got all of the informazione.
You do that.
And that is Italian for information, in case you didn't know. Oh yes, I'm multilingual.
Multilingual.
Informazione. Just here.
But what
on
I can
my
tell you
telephone
is Bloom and Grace is launching first, and then those that have seen the sneak peeks of Positivity, that will be launching later on into February, and I will be launching that collection. So both of them are going to be launching on Crafters TV.
Awesome. I need to let you know that it is, so the preview tomorrow, it will be on the launch party as a preview. That will be myself and Leanne. And the launch is actually with myself and Leanne as well, at 1 p.m. here in the UK. I've got my first ever craft vault, well, Sarah's first craft vault in the new sort of time slot, Craig, on Wednesday. So myself and Sarah will be here for that. And then I'm also here with, of course, Leanne. And then yourself, Craig, for Creative Cravings, which is my last show of the week. So we are together for that, which is exciting.
We are. That's going to be a good one as well. I've seen what we've got coming up on Creative Cravings. As always, though, do tune into the Wake Up Call with Craig, because I pick an item from each show throughout the day, and we kind of shine the spotlight on them.
I had you on this morning, Craig, as I was, because I was watching TV in bed last night, so I had my laptop near the bed when I got up this morning.
Did you?
So before I got in the shower, just popped you rather than Kylie Minogue, I changed my ritual, and I went from Kylie Minogue to Craig Laird this morning. Yeah, and had you playing away whilst I was getting ready this morning, yeah. Fabulous job, loved it.
Here was me thinking that you were a Lorraine sort of
Lorraine!
fan.
Oh no, I like BBC News in the morning over breakfast.
Oh, I see, no, I'm ITV.
No.
Good Morning Britain. I know you're not.
I really, no, I don't like the presenters of that particular morning show. Yeah, that's all we can say about that.
I am the same for the BBC.
Oh, are you? Mm-hmm. Oh no. Oh, just thinking about it, Craig. We must move on because I'm going to get myself in trouble.
We must do.
Help me, Craig. Get me out of this hole.
So here we go. We've now got our 101. So we've got that popped out element. So I've done exactly the same as I have been doing through the other demonstrations, but because we've only got the number one once, what we've done is I die cut 1 and 0, and then we went along again and die cut another number 1, following the same concept where I had my pencil line halfway along and we've just matched up with the notches. And then what I'm going to do just to start with here, Bess, she was just talking about Ben, Joe, is I take. You didn't even know. Didn't even listen.
What did you say about me,
Nothing.
Craig? Lorraine was asking in the comments about the clock reference. In the old studio, which feels like a distant memory now, doesn't it?
It does.
When we were in the shed, the other side of the car park, I used to have clocks behind me that had UK time, East Coast time, West Coast time, and Melbourne time on them as well. Do you know what? I haven't seen Sarah Brown comment today. Sarah, is she watching? Maybe she's having a nap. She's got to do some sleeping at some point. She's been on Crafters TV time for ages, Craig, so maybe she's back on Australian summertime.
Maybe.
If you're in, Sarah, let me know, say hello.
It may be. All right, so let's pop these together. Just I think maybe Sarah's out and about now, because Australia, they can get out a bit more freely now, can't they?
Australia, Craig, is completely back to normal.
Yeah.
Totally COVID normal in Australia. I have lots of friends in Australia, specifically in Melbourne, and a couple in Sydney. And yeah, things are back to normal. Live music is back on, festivals are on, restaurants and pubs are open. Yeah, they've worked really hard. They had one of the longest lockdowns in the world, 102 days they were fully locked down for in Australia. But yeah, they seem to have come out the other side.
Look at them now, eh?
Coming out the other side. So yeah, congratulations. It's really lovely to see actually that things are getting back to normal. And I think things are a little bit more back to normal. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think things are a bit more normal. I'm going to use inverted commas there. In the UK, in the US, sorry, as well. I think a lot of states are. A lot of things are open. Whereas here in the UK, I don't know, for our US viewers might not be aware, Craig, but we are on full lockdown, haven't we?
Yeah.
Have been since pretty much, apart from a little break for Christmas Day, we have been since about the 13th of December. Most of the country went into almost a full lockdown. And then we've been in full lockdown since the beginning of this month. Hopefully, Craig, sort of the end of February, I think maybe mid-February, start to maybe see some easing of some of it, which will be lovely. But do you know what? We got through the first two, we'll get through the third one, and it'll be over soon.
That's it. We just need to follow Australia's lead. That gives us hope, knowing
absolutely,
it will
and we're
happen.
all here. We're going to do loads of extra crafting. We've got loads of extra hours for you as well, so we'll keep you company, and you keep us company.
Yeah, stay positive and keep crafting.
Absolutely. I think as humans, we're so adaptable and resilient, Craig.
We are.
We have adapted so well, haven't we, to this sort of new normal that we've done. And a lot of you have got a lot of extra time on your hands, and you're finding that you've got time to do an extra craft and do something mindful. And actually, I think it's really important at the moment, Craig, to take time for yourself as well. I think a lot of people as well are helping other people and, have children. Homeschooling is particularly taxing as well, is what you keep hearing about in the UK on children and grandchildren. So yeah, if you love crafting, you just got to get through it. To be honest, Craig, the first two lockdowns, really since March, I just ate my way through it. I just had lots of delicious food and I drank all the delicious drinks. So that's what I did to get through it. How did you get through it? And obviously we were spending so much time here at Crafty TV as well, as we have been. As well, it's been really lovely. I feel like we've been in the best place, Craig, to get through the last year or 10 months or so. I
completely and utterly agree with you. I know for a fact that I would be finding it a lot tougher
Absolutely.
if I didn't have the opportunity of still being able to work. So I feel that I am lucky and I am blessed in that sort of way, because I know many aren't. But yeah, we need to do what we find is a good way just to keep us positive,
Absolutely.
keep us strong, and keep on going.
That is this is a gorgeous looking card.
So it's just a good substantial size card. It's 101.
101, or maybe it's room 101, Craig.
It might be. Hopefully you won't be putting this card in room 101.
No, not absolutely you won't. You won't be going into room 101.
No, not at all.
Wonder why room 101 is called room 101.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if it's that you guys get the reference in the UK, the US. Room 101 was a show hosted by a comedian, and celebrities would put the 3 things that annoy them most into room 101. I don't know.
Do you know what I've always wondered? I've always wondered, what would Tracy put into room 101?
Yeah, probably you, Debbie, and Leanne, I reckon, and me apparently, as she's pointing out.
If she looks at these paper pads once the show's over, she will be putting it in room 101.
I've been tearing paper pads, Tracy, and it's not been going down. Oh, got a very vigorous shake of their head from Tracy over there. Tammy's, a lot of you were saying earlier, a lot of places in The US and Canada are still in lockdown. Northern Ireland also in lockdown, as is the Republic of Ireland. Yes, we will get through it. The end is in sight. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what we keep hearing, Craig, isn't it?
That's what we keep hearing. First light of the tunnel is coming up for WrestleMania. Apparently we'll get some fans in the Raymond James Stadium in April.
Well, apparently, obviously Glastonbury the sad news that Glastonbury was cancelled this year, Craig, which is I have a few I'm a creature of habit, you might say, Craig. I very much love Eurovision, I love Glastonbury, I love the Edinburgh Fringe, I go to them, try to go to them every year, was cancelled. But rumour has it, Craig, they're working on a digital festival in conjunction with the BBC. So there will be bands, big bands playing at Worthy Farm, but it might just all be televised rather than being an actual physical festival. Obviously, it's difficult. It's 100,000 people go to that festival, so it's hard. So yeah, that could be fun. So we'll come up with innovative ways. Lots of people's favourite pop acts, certainly a couple of mine. Kylie Minogue, Dua Lipa have done the live streams. Craig, have you watched any of those? Culture Club did one on New Year's Eve as well. So they've all been fun to watch.
There's just so many, isn't there? So many out there. Hopefully maybe Miss Celine Dion will do one. They're meant to be seeing her in April, but because it was meant to see her in, I think it was September in Glasgow on her world tour, or on her tour, and then that was postponed, and it's been postponed till April, but I can't see it happening. No. So
I think the thing is, I think we're all at a point now where it will happen when it happens, won't it, Craig? That's where we've got to. It's getting really busy. This colour combination is gorgeous. Do you know where those paper pads were from, Craig? Did you say?
This one is from... I'm trying to think what one I took this from, because my one didn't have a front cover on it.
I know where it's from. It's from the pop-up box one, isn't it?
No, this is a 12 by 12 one.
From 12 by 12? We'll have a look. We'll have a little look for it. Evelyn says, been working through lockdown and safety measures in Ohio, making cards when not working. A lot of people making extra cards, just because cards. People, I think, not waiting, Craig, for occasions to do nice things for people, to gift things to people, to send cards to people as well. We hear that a lot of our crafters talking about just giving cards just because at work, and a lot of thanks cards and in appreciation, and cards that you wouldn't normally make. Absolutely. I think it's really lovely. I really love the time to show you gratitude for whatever that is, and loads of you doing so, and lots of you talking about that in the comments today as well. Getting very busy on that particular collection that's on your screen at the moment. Remember, you're getting all the numbers in there, you're getting the stamps, you're getting the stamps and dies in there as well. There is a larger collection that's available for you on the website, which includes those 2 new paper pads as well. Just depends which you want to go for. Now, remember the loads coming up still here today. Monday Makers coming up in an hour and 15 minutes, myself and Debbie. And then don't forget after that, another chance to see that Hunky Dory craft vault. Did you see the deals, Craig, we had this morning on that Hunky Dory craft vault? Oh, they were amazing.
I did indeed. They were amazing. When I'd done a very quick preview of them on Wake Up Call as well. So I'm actually surprised some of them even lasted until your, show vault. Craft vault.
Show vault?
Show vault.
Snow vault. Wow.
Craft vault.
Craft vault, indeed.
Have you got any left for the later craft vault, or some of it sold out?
I don't know. I know we've had sellouts. Georgina says she doesn't want to look. That's how dire the stock situation was after the first craft vault show. You can go back, go over to the website, click offers, click craft vault, and you'll be able to see what's left there actually before the later show.
Can I give you a tease though for later on in the week, Joe?
Sorry?
Can I give you a tease for later on in the week?
We love a tease, Craig. Yeah, go for it.
Launch day on Friday.
Ooh.
Brand new Hunky Dory for us at Crafters TV.
I knew there was some new Hunky Dory coming soon. I think that might be my favourite one. Well, you know what we're going to have to do, Craig, don't you?
Vote.
We're going to have to vote for the card of the show, the make of the show, the creation of this masterclass. I love it. I think it's absolutely awesome. Do you want to share with us all the ones you've made, Craig?
I will do indeed, absolutely.
Fabulous.
Yeah, but just going for a larger card here, so you can keep them quite small if you want, but going for your larger style here, using your big paper pads there, nothing stopping you going for 101. So what we can do then is let's bring in the 4 that we've done. So we've done our first birthday, and we've done it in the pinks. And then what we've done is an 18th birthday, and we've done them in the oranges and the blacks.
Awesome. So if people just vote for the numbers then, Craig, in the comments. So 1 or 18.
Yep. Or we've got 78 on this one here.
Love that.
78.
I think that might be my favourite, that one, you know.
Is that your favourite one? I think so. 101.
Or 101.
101. So
Cashier number 7, please. Yes, whichever one you'd like to go through. 101, 78, 18, or 1. Let us know in the comments. You've got 7, no you haven't, you've got 6 minutes now to cast your vote. Whether you do that on Facebook or on YouTube is completely up to you. Just make sure if you're doing it on the Crafters TV Facebook page. And our social media superstar for today, who is Melissa, will go through and let me know which one of those awesome cards has won before the end of the show, which is awesome. Right, let's recap then exactly what you're getting in that collection. So in here, details are on your screen for the numbers. Let's give you the details firstly actually for the whole collection, because that is getting very busy as we move towards the end of this show. Let me share this with you. So what you're going to get in here is you're going to get these 2 gorgeous paper pads. As we established earlier, they are a colour core as well, which is absolutely awesome. So you've got that 36 pages, double-sided, 230 GSM, and it's a 12 by 12 as well. And you're going to get this one here, which is the Brights, as you can see as well. Oh, that, I've got to go back to that colour there. Hello. Which, I didn't see that one before. Look at that one, Craig. It looks blue, it looks greener here. It looks like a very, very deep khaki in the studio. Oh, love that one. And then you've got all your blues in there, your purples, your pinks, your fruity, your reds, and your yellows as well. You get both of those. They are available individually if you want to get them on their own. They're $19.99 or $24.99 each, but they are included in that larger collection. What you're also, of course, getting in the larger collections is all those dies, as you can see. You get, of course, 0 all the way through to 9, which is brilliant. And what you can see is here, what they do is they give you that awesome depth and dimension. Cut them onto the inside. They make the inside of your card look as awesome as the outside. But what you can, of course, do is you can use them on the outside. You can use them as a concept. There's lots of different things that you can do with these. Don't think about just using them on the inside of a rectangular card. It's all about doing other things with them as well. And also, I'm going to show you this one because it's one of my favourites. This one here, so it folds flat, which is just awesome. This is done as a 2-sided. You could do a 3-sided one of this if you wanted to. So it folds flat to go into an envelope, and when it pops out, it pops up. And then you've got Years Young in the centre there as well. I just think that is a really awesome card. It's going to be something that someone's going to hang on to, that one. Think about using them on the outside as well. So let me share this with you. This is obviously a 14th card here. What you can also do to support the back as well, what Louise has done, is she's made like this little bit extra here on the back, just so you can flatten that out, and then it actually supports the weight of your card there on the back too, which I thought was a really cool thing to do, just to make sure it stands up nice and proud. And again, think about bringing other elements from other collections. How about the floral decoupage that we had on Craft Vault yesterday? How about bringing that in? And you've got it on the inside and on the outside there as well, which is awesome. Don't forget as well, you can cut them away and use them just as a regular topper if you want to. I think that's a lovely way of using it. I think the bunting really sets it apart. I also think, Craig, you'll use the bunting in with these, and it'll definitely be something, those stamps and dies, that you take away and use across the rest of your stash. Wouldn't you agree?
Of course you can. Absolutely you can do. The thing is as well, you don't necessarily have to use them together. You know, maybe you just want to use the stamps. Maybe you just want to use the dies and cut them in pattern paper. You can do as well.
Oh, really, really awesome, however you are getting hold of these. Right, I'm going to give you, I love that 21 card. Very, very simple. So if you don't want to go for the bigger collection, you want to go for a slightly smaller collection, then absolutely you're able to. Just the hardware, as I call it. That gets you the dies, the number dies. It gets you the stamps and dies, which is going to give you all the embellishing elements. And then it gives you the stamps also, which have got the 30 different sentiments within there as well. Awesome value for money there if you are grabbing that one. $49.90 out of $59.90. If you want to go for the numbers on their own, absolutely you can. $34.99, $39.95. We've also got for you the builder border, if you want to get that element on its own, $14.99 or $19.95. If you're going for the builder border and the numbers though, don't get them in that configuration because you get the stamps for free if you buy the stamps and those two items together, if that makes sense. I'll show you that detail again in a moment. If you do just want the stamps on their own though, maybe that's all you're after in this show, they're available for you. Just give you the details of those stamps. There we are, $9.99 or $14.95 if you want to go for those ones. We've also got the paper pads for you too. This is the Brights, $19.99 or $24.95, and we've also got it in the pastels as well, as you can see here. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, glitter cardstock. Let's share these with you. They are absolutely a really, really awesome collection of glitter cards. So I'll just take you to this. So you've got the lilac, it's got the, don't forget, the beard test as well. Sorry, I hit my microphone there. You've got the lilac, you've also got the Christmas green, the baby blue, the baby pink, and you've got the black in there as well. A really lovely collection of glitter card. It's encapsulated. It's also 250 GSM. I'm sure Craig will agree. 250 is like, as an all-rounder, Craig, there's not really anything you can't do with 250, is there? No, there's not. So whether you want to actually use it as maybe a bit of a card base, but the thing is you can still die cut it as well. You know, even then, although it's glitter card, it's encapsulated, you can still emboss it, so you're still going to get a bit of a bossing to it as well. But it is a really good way. And plus, because it's shedless, what it means is it's going to go through any of your electronic die cutting machines. Fabulous. And also it means that, you know, sometimes it's nice to have glitter. It's not good getting glitter where you don't want it, Craig, is it? Because it's one of those things that really does seem to linger around, but it's great that it's encapsulated there for you. Right, we've also got another great deal for you on some of our paper pads. These are our other textured paper pads that we've got on the show. These are awesome because as a Club Inspire Platinum member, you're getting them for £32.80 in the UK or £41.60 in the US. As a UK Platinum member, you're getting this for just over half price, so it should be £60 if you bought them individually. You've got this one here. I won't tear it because I've learnt my lesson, but I'm pretty sure these are a... Shall I just take a little bit just from the very core? I can see it's a white core, this one. I've done it much more discreetly this time, okay? Much more discreetly, Craig. I've learnt my lesson. So you've got that one there. You've got the neutral. Cringy Craig over there. You've also got the sunflower then with the reds through to the yellows and then into those light greens. Lovely dark greens. Let me just show you that darkest green because it is absolutely gorgeous. Check that one out. Really, really lovely. Diane is not happy on Facebook, apparently. Right, and then you've also got the warm tones. I love this. Is my favourite one out of all of them. Love all the pinks and reds. You can kind of tell on your paper pad, can't you, Craig, without tearing it, by looking at the very edge. You won't be able to see it here on this on that view, but if you look at the very edge of it, you can kind of work out whether it's white or colour. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to not tear into them. Yeah, let me show you the difference actually. So look, that's a colour core. This one here, that's colour core, so you can see how you can see all the colour on the side, but actually the other one isn't, so that one you can't really see any of the colour, but that's actually really intensely coloured, so you can see there side by side. Now I know, Craig. I will never offend all of the Crafty TV viewers collectively at the same time, ever again, if I can help it. £41 or $52 if you want to go for those. Only a couple minutes left, Craig. We are going to announce the winner. Oh no, step away. Pam Craven, it was probably the beard test that put the chocolate on the black card. I think you might be right. I did find, on the drive in today, I found a bit of egg yolk in my moustache, Craig. On the way in. Too much? Overshare? I looked in the rearview mirror and I thought, what's that? I thought, oh, it's a bit of egg yolk. That's minging. The winner of the card is 78, Craig. 78 is the card of the show, as I thought it would be. Hey, 78, winner. Oh, that's really giving me the book, you know that. Diane says, Craig cracks me up. Joe is going to give him a nervous breakdown one of these days at this rate. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Craig's got a little break from me now, though, until tomorrow. We're together. No, we're not together tomorrow, are we?
Craftfall.
In the morning.
I've got Craftfall, and then Debbie's got the rest of the shows tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Debbie hasn't got any of the shows tomorrow, has she? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it's Leanne tomorrow.
Or is it Leanne? Is it?
Leanne tomorrow night.
Debbie.
Well,
Debbie's
we're
got
confusing
last
ourselves.
half on.
Right, I'm going to...
So I am back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. here
I'm
in
going
the
to clear
UK.
this up.
I'm here 9 a.m.
Oh, no. Launch party is with Debbie tomorrow night. You are correct. And she's doing Craft Vault. Then on Wednesday, I'm with Leanne for the launch of the show. The preview. Got there in the end.
Got there.
Tomorrow, Debbie. In the morning, though, Craig will be here. So, Craig, we'll see you bright and early back here tomorrow for Wake Up Call with Craig.
You will
Exciting.
do indeed. Yes, so it's going to be good. So yeah, we'll see you then, bright and early on the Tuesday morning.
Not if we see you first. Don't forget as well, if you want to be part of that craft along on the 19th of February, then you can be. I'll be here, Leanne will be here. We'd love to have you on the show, digitally of course, zooming in or Skyping into us. If you want to be part of that, then you can email studio@craftscompanion.co.uk, put craft along in the subject line, and we'll do our best to get back to you there as well. And if you've got pictures you want to share before that craft along, that's the same place that you will share them. It's going to be a fantastic. We'll have a quick turnaround now before we come back with Monday Makers. So we've got Emma Winters on there. Emma Winters. So make sure you join us, myself and Debbie as well. Big thanks to Craig. The biggest thanks to you guys as well, always. At home, take care. See you later.
Bye.